Okay. Hello, everyone on Second Life, Telegram, and Fireside. Good to have you all here. Hello, Les. Hello, Rihanna, and hello, Tin Roof. Good to have you all here. Wonderful to see you today. Welcome to our bi weekly session called Just Meditate. And this is a session where you can ask questions up front. Well, questions after we do a meditation. Uh, Maybe you want to know about a particular meditation technique. Maybe you have trouble with meditating and want some advice. You feel free to ask your question. And if there are no questions, we are going on with the theme for today, which is being like a child, or getting back childhood memories and how we imagine things as a child, because that's the key for today's session. So if there are no questions, we'll be just getting started with that then. Okay. So last week on Monday, we had our Love Your Love Muscle session, where we had a guest, the lovely Nicole Holland was there, a coach who gave us some advice and some tips, and we talked about befriending or looking positive at depression and anxiety. And we had some questions from the audience. It was a perfect show. If you want to listen to that show again, in a few weeks you will get the replay. If you're a Patreon subscriber, you already know that the recording is out and you can listen to it there on Patreon. One thing that struck me at that session there, the Love Your Love Muscle, was that we talked about our childhood for a little moment there. And I was thinking, oh, it has been a long time since we focused on our childhood and the qualities we have as a child, especially when it comes to meditation. Children up to the age of 7, 8, when we measure their brainwave activity throughout the day, we actually see that most of the day they are in a meditative state brainwave-wise. Which means that they learn faster because their brain is organized, but it's also they also are very good at imagining, and since their brain is more organized through that they're being in that meditative state, that imagination has a great effect on their health as well. So if you think back. And when I talk about health, I talk about especially mental health and physical health. When you think back about your childhood, do you remember that you were often, when you were playing as a kid, for example, you were playing cowboy, if you're a guy, or maybe you played cowboy as a girl. Girls often were, in my time, princess or doctor or teacher. They like to pretend to be that. And in my work, when we talk about using meditation and self-regulation techniques in order to manifest things in our life, and I don't mean manifest physical things like a new car or a new bicycle or something like that, but manifest a new career, for example. Being able to imagine already having that career helps a tremendous amount to get the manifestation going. When we are in a special state, when we are imagining things and we are really getting into it, like we did as a child, like when we rode our horse on a broomstick, for example, that broomstick was our horse. It was so real for us. So if you do that again during meditation, imagine riding a horse, for example, and make that so real for you. Your state of being, your whole physiology changes to being on that horse and enjoying the wind in your hair. If you ride your horse along the sea, on a beach, you can maybe even smell and imagine the smell, the scent of the of the ocean and the breeze and the waves. You hear the waves and you hear the horse. The more real you can make it for yourself, the more your body will react to that as if it is happening for real. So when you are capable of creating such a strong inner experience, your body is reacting to that like if it is happening to you right there, right then. So if you create, and when we do our heart brain coherence sessions very often, that I always say, create a feeling of joy, appreciation, care, compassion, because those are feelings, those are frequencies we create from our heart, basically, that our body reacts to. And when we create an inner experience where we are joyful, where we are happy, where we are caring and compassionate, our body creates hormones, proteins, and all those nice things that repair our body, that really kicks us out of that flight and fight mode, and get our body repaired, get our body changed, basically, as well. Because the more you repeat this, and especially so with manifestation, the more you repeat being in a certain situation, already being there, you're basically programming your mind and your body for the future. And the future has no other way of coming to you, because everything around you has to correspond with how you are, how you feel, and how you act, and how you think. And that's a fascinating aspect. I see Tinru says, this is fascinating. Yeah, it is fascinating because we actually, with our state of being, the energy we emit from our heart field creates, and our heart creates an electromagnetic field that is quite large. We can measure it 3 meters away from us, but it's probably much larger. That field directly impacts our reality, the building blocks of our reality, of our world. And I've demonstrated it a couple of times during workshops and courses live. It's always fun because this is working so well on, for me at least, on technical equipment. So last year when I had a course not far from my hometown, we were at 7-8 people. The first day my projector didn't work, so we had to do it without any presentation. No problem at all. But the next day I said, okay, let's bring theory into practice. So we changed our state of being. And lo and behold, my projector that I couldn't get working worked again. And we tested it before we did, before we changed our state of being, it didn't work. And after the coffee break, we changed the state of being and it worked all of a sudden. And those are things people have experienced, and I've experienced many, many times, that things just turn into the right direction if you're just willing to change your state of being. So we can practice this, and we can do that right now. And the sweet spot is, if you can remember your childhood, if you can remember playing as a princess, riding that broomstick as a horse, playing cowboy or knight or whatever, if you can remember how intensely into that situation you were at that time, and just recreate that inside of you today, right now, in a moment, as we get started. So just follow along. There's nothing difficult, nothing easy, nothing fancy, just a straightforward heart-brain coherence meditation where we use our imagination. So find a comfortable position, make sure you have good enough support. And let's just all center ourselves first by taking a nice deep inhale through our nose. Exhale through your mouth. Lower your shoulders, loosen your jaw, and close your eyes. One more time, a nice good deep inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Let the day go, let the day go. Settle down, feel yourself getting centered. And on a nice deep inhale through your nose, Exhale through your mouth. Wonderful. Now breathe normally. Breathe normally. And now try to breathe a little slower and a little deeper. Try to breathe slower and deeper. Calming down even more. And for a moment, notice where in your body you feel your breath the most. Maybe it's in your nose, maybe you feel your breath the most in the back of your throat. Maybe you feel your breath the most in your chest or your tummy. Put your focus there where you feel your breath the most. Just notice how that feels as you breathe through that point. And now move your focus into your heart space. Become more aware of your heart, and you can help by putting your fingers or your hand on your chest right there where your heart is. Focus on your heart. And now imagine that you are breathing through your heart. So as you breathe in, let the air go into your heart space. And breathe out through your heart, nice and calm. Nice, calm, deep breaths in and out through your heart. And by doing this, focusing on your heart, breathing like this through your heart, you are balancing your nervous system. You are bringing coherence to your heart rhythm. In a moment, as we are going to create an inner experience inside of us, this balance in our nervous system will make that experience communicate better to our whole body. So continue breathing nice and calm through your heart. And as you do that, think back about your childhood, a childhood memory where you were playing, pretending to be a teacher, a nurse, a doctor, playing as a knight, a princess, whatever you remember from your childhood. Or maybe you were just so happy on your bicycle. Just a very nice childhood memory. Doesn't have to be something big, it could be something tiny as well, just something you appreciate. remember how amazing you were at that time, imagining things, playing, pretending. You were basically already manifesting and pretending and preparing for a future. Think about how many people are teachers, for example, right now, who might have been pretending as a child, playing with their friends like they were at school and being a teacher there as well. So you found a very strong, wonderful childhood memory where you were playing and pretending to be someone or act like someone. Recreate that experience inside of you as if it is happening right now, and make it as strong as possible, just like you did in your childhood. Breathe through your heart. Create that scene inside of you, you as a child playing, the joy, the laughter with your friends. Breathe through your heart and make that experience as real as possible. Not only try to see it, but also try to smell it, taste it. What was the weather like? Was it cold, warm, sunny, rainy? Were you inside, outside? All the details, everything, make that scene inside of you as strong and as real as possible. Give your body and mind a taste of what it's like to use your full capacity, your full imagination, to create that inner experience. Your body doesn't know the difference between an inner experience or an outer experience. It will react in the same way, and the stronger you are able to create that inner experience, the more your body, the better your body will react to it. Ride that horse, jump on that trampoline, enjoy yourself as much as possible. And it's okay if you notice a smile on your face. It's okay if you feel an energy go through your body. It's okay if you feel a warmth going through your body. That is just your body reacting to that inner experience. Very good. So in a moment, we're slowly going to get back to the present moment. Try to take some of that experience with you. The joy, the fun, the energy. Just remember it. So when you get out of this session, just don't return right away to whatever you were doing. Try to hold on and enjoy that feeling a little bit longer. Maybe you just want to carry that with you throughout the rest of your day. Maybe you want to carry that with you into your night if you're going to sleep after this session. And maybe it even will give you, if you're going to sleep, wonderful dreams. Okay, now breathe normally. Don't have to focus on breathing through your heart. Just breathe like you usually would do. And become more aware of the room you are in right now. Become more aware of any sounds in the room you are in right now. And become more aware of your body just by moving your body gently back and forth from side to side. Maybe you want to wiggle with your fingers and toes. And when you are ready, open your eyes. Welcome back. Welcome back. Wonderful work. Well done. And hope you take some of that experience with you throughout your day. I use heart-brain coherence, which is basically what we were doing today as well, every morning, and try to set that state of being I want to be in. And when I take that with me throughout the day, almost nothing can stop me. So I try get through the day with that state of being, and sometimes even very strange things happen. When I'm working and I got an invitation for a meeting, for example, I have this very often, or quite often, and it's the type of meeting I don't want to be in. It's like, oh, not right now. I want to do other things. More often than not, when I set the intention in the morning, say, okay, today is going to be a surprisingly good day, that meeting that I didn't want to have gets cancelled. And sometimes I'm even more pleasantly surprised because it doesn't get rescheduled even. So these things happen, or some email that I don't have to send anymore. Other people have fixed it for me. You can say, yeah, that's coincidence. But if it happens to you a lot, not like once a week or something, or once a month, but almost every day, and other people don't experience that, well, just know that you have more influence on your reality than you might think. All depends on your state of being. What you think, how you react to things, your feelings, your emotions, all depends. And it creates that electromagnetic field around you through your heart, because in that heart field is encoded your feelings and emotions, your state of being. So I hope you found this interesting, and I hope you want to go back to your childhood now and then and just pick up things from your childhood that you might have forgotten. You don't have to be so serious as an adult. Have fun, do crazy things. Step out of your everyday life once in a while, maybe even for a week. I'm going to do that next week, for example. I'm taking a little vacation from my everyday life and going on a retreat where I'm going to do totally different things in totally different places and experience life, and maybe be a little bit childish as well and have fun. You deserve it as an adult as well. And the more fun you create in your life, the more you also will notice that life flows more for you as well. It sounds often like when I say that, like, yeah, it's easy for you, but it is not that difficult. You just have to switch in your mind and do things a little different, and dare to do things a little different. Okay. Hello, Marianne, Joanne, Carrie, Les. Sorry for you guys who came in a little bit late, but the replay will be there next week for you on Fireside. Tin Roof on Second Life, thank you for joining. It was good to see you again. And Rihanna, good to see you too. I hope you enjoyed the session. Like I said, I will be next week doing something else, so I won't be on Fireside and doing any sessions. But the week after, I will be back again on Monday with a love your love muscle session. If you are working on a project, if you have something you pour your heart into, maybe you're an artist, maybe you're a painter or whatever, or you do something with a project for charity, anything like that, doesn't really matter. If you want to be interviewed, if you want to promote your work on that podcast, Love Your Love Muscle, take contact with me and we do a lovely show, just like we did last week with Nicole Holland. Other than that, we'll be back again in 2 weeks and maybe with some more surprise sessions as well. We'll see. Take good care, everyone. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. Have a wonderful rest of your week. Be safe. Namaste and take care.